Hello there, it's Kat. I thought I'd just walk you through tonight's release, our Christmas cheer release for 2022. Lots of real cute things, and I think with Christmas collections there's two ways you can go. You can either go quite elegant, sort of almost glitzy, or cute. So I've worked a bit of both into this year's collection, but I'll just walk you through some of the main pieces that I'm releasing tonight. What else did I want to say? There will be more coming, and you're probably going to get sellouts of quite a few of the most popular pieces because I've got fairly low stock at the moment. I just felt pressure to get this release out a bit earlier than what I was planning to do, because I'm seeing you guys, some of you are releasing or wanting to release Christmas earrings, and you're contacting me. So I thought, look, I'll just release what I've got ready and add to it over the next couple of months. So there will be restocks, so don't panic if you miss out. There will be restocks of just about all of these items. So to start with, I have brought back the Christmas tree and star set from last year. Oh, I'm missing my little star that goes with that, but this was really popular and sold out fast last year. It's just a nice Nordic shape. You know, you do what you want to do with it, but there's a lot of ways you can play around with it. But I just simply use the little star and a nice shepherd hook dangle there, and they were very popular sellers. I think a lot of women do love their traditional, fairly traditional Christmas themed earrings. So I did bring out another new shape in a Christmas tree. This is a softer, sort of more scalloped tree shape, but still a very cute one. So that cutter will be released tonight as well, and both of those are quite small. I haven't made them very large, and I will release a larger version probably November, so there's a little bit of a wait on that to make that happen. Okay, now moving on to more traditional. There's the Bauble Cutter, and when I was working with the Bauble Cutter, I had designed it so that it would cut all the way through the clay, and you're going to get these lovely hollow cutouts, you know, which could be filled with resin and glitter, or just left on their own, or you could back it up against a different color clay. But I also found that if I rolled a thicker slab, I could get away with pressing down more firmly on the outside and not so much on the inside, and I'm left with impression rather than the cutout. So I just found that was kind of cool, a dual usage there. So that's the Bauble Cutter. We've also got a Christmas bow, and this is going to come in a set of 2. So a nice little stud size and a perfect dangle size. You know, a few things you can do with this. I've had a play with using bit of resin there, and a tiny bit of glitter in the clay, resin on just parts of the bow there, and using one of the precision tips. That worked really, really well. On this one, I've just used a bit of texturing to show the sort of the layers of the bow, and of course glitter. I don't think you can get too much glitter and glimmer in your Christmas collections. The girls love them. Okay, so that's sort of the traditional ones. And this year I really, really wanted to do something that represented the Christian faith. And so this is the nativity scene cutter, the nativity cutter. And again, same as the bauble, I found that I could either do it as an impression or as a full cutout. Now it does take a little bit of care and a little bit of work to get these cutouts. So, you know, I'm not going to lie to you, tell you this is the easiest one to work with, but I think that effect is really kind of cool. That would look beautiful in a pearly white or even a gold. You can certainly infill, you know, the star and things like that and take that a lot further. But, you know, for me, it was just really important to have that piece. And I did see other people doing similar things last year, and I just fell in love with it. So I've come up with my own take on it. And that's the nativity one. And going into more of the novelty Christmas earrings, we've got Rudolph, who is super cute. Now, oh, Rudolph, actually, I haven't got him without all the decorations, but it is 2 pieces. So you cut the face, cut the nose, and then you layer it. And I'll post a video on how I went all about that, but I'm sure you could probably figure most of that out. So it's actually very easy to do, but it turns out really cute. And I know you've all spotted this little girl or guy already. My koala. I thought, again, it was really important to have something Australian represented, because I see so many cutter and earring designs coming out of, you know, countries up north, north of the equator, and of course they're in winter, so their themes are all very winter shawls, winter bonnets, hot coffees, pumpkin pies, and all those sorts of wintry elements. And it just doesn't, it just feels wrong for me to come up with a cutter that's for a Christmas sweater when I live in Cairns, which is the hottest part, one of the hottest parts of the country. So my little koala is a bit of a nod to the Australian Christmas. So again, I've used a bit of layering and a bit of extra technique, bit of resin infill, just to add those extra details. But this is what you'll cut your clay, the clay and the imprint will look like. And she's really cute. I'm sure that's going to sell out, so if it does, don't panic. I've got more coming within weeks. We've still got a lot of time until Christmas, so I don't think there's any need to panic. I hope you guys won't. Now, there's also, let me just make some room. I might just pause that. Before I forget, stud cutters are back again. Again, the same as last year, there's 2 sets, the star set and the holly set. They come with 3 shapes each, so they're really great for your preparing your stud packs for Christmas. There'll be one more stud set coming out, but that won't be until quite a bit later. Now these charms I think are going to be another hit, because look at what I made. Ta-da! Now that's just a very nice modern simplistic Christmas tree. And I am going to pair it with probably just simply a star topper. And you've got a really elegant pair of earrings. And I've also done it in resin, coated in the resin with that sort of more marbled effect. So these charms will be part of the release tonight. But guess what? They also look really cool upside down. Just as a sort of a chevron shaped earring. So I'd say they'll be staying on my site permanently. I'm in love with them. There are a few other pretty charms and things being added. We've got these sorts of medium-sized, fairly small, star-shaped connectors, which, you know, just easily add to the top of one of your little trees. And it's cute. And this star connector, where are you, is a bit more glamorous with these cubic zirconia pieces in there. So if you want to add a little bit of glam, something a little bit more refined, there are definitely women who like that. And don't forget the little bow earring posts as well. Look absolutely adorable on top of a bauble or a Christmas tree. Got a few other ideas coming for those as well. Also, as part of tonight's launch, I've got 3 new silicone molds. This first one is a really micro mold. Some of them are very shallow, and they do take a bit of work, particularly this little gingerbread man, to get the clay to stay in there. So make sure you're not using any corn flour or anything that's going to stop it from sticking. Okay, so you definitely don't want to use corn flour when you're working with these sorts of micro molds. You just don't need to. That looks like a candle. We've got a Rudolph, we've got a gingerbread man, a snowman, a flat gingerbread man. The hat and the mittens are really cute, and these, and the wreath. And I think they would make really cute, you know, you'd use them on a slab, but also earrings for young kids, because they like to, you know, get in on the action too at Christmas. So they are, you know, little mittens. I know it's not very Australian hot weather appropriate, but it is what we associate with Christmas, let's face it. The little bow mold is absolutely adorable. So there's 2 sizes of bows, and I think they would make, again, really lovely studs or decorating a wreath or something like that, or a bow topper. And the Christmas collection silicone mold, which has these fantastic shapes in it. The only one I really struggled with was the star. It is so beautiful, it's worth it, but you can see I've already lost one of the little rays. It really is cute. Oh, that Frosty's upside down, but really gorgeous shapes there again. Like this Christmas tree in particular, you know, makes a really nice detailed Christmas tree stud earring, or the holly or the candy cane and the 2 little booties. So on top of all of that, there's some other new pieces, just things, decorative accents and things like that I've just added to the website. They'll probably stay on there permanently. So first is, you would have already seen probably the Mica Powders. Now these are in really small pots, just small tester pots, so you can try it out. You only need such a tiny amount to use in the sort of size of work we're doing. So, you know, just I think those pots for a couple of dollars are a great way to just to play with. And I think with Christmas, the gold and silver, the metallics works really well. And I've also got these glass beads that I've added to the website, which can be baked into your clay. So I've got red, gold, and sort of a holographic silver. And you know, I wanted to have them so I could add them to like a Christmas tree as sort of the baubles and decorations. I haven't gotten around to doing that yet, but I did have a play with this sort of design. Then I decided that the heart-shaped cutter worked really nicely with it, so it looks a bit more Valentine's than Christmas, that particular one. But don't forget those sorts of accents, and also things like your foils. The green foils are back in stock, and the red foil is a little bit low on stock, but more is coming. You know, I think I've been waiting all year to use this green foil in some cool Christmas earrings. So that's about a wrap up of everything that's going to be released tonight. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out. If it's in relation to when I'll be getting stock, the best thing to do is to, if you miss out on what you want, do sign up on the product page for website notifications. That is the fastest way to be notified. I just can't go back through and DM everybody that makes an inquiry. I just simply don't have the organizational skills to manage that. But yeah, if you do miss out, don't panic. I've got lots more stock coming, and you can sign up for the notifications. You'll get an email that will say, yep, the item that you're interested in is back in stock, and you can go ahead and purchase it. So I hope you enjoyed my little Christmas presentation. I hope you have lots of fun shopping online tonight, and I'll look forward to seeing all your creations.